Go ahead and describe these top books.
I don't know where they came from.
They are Bibles.
I don't know.
These are original Bibles, dated 1884, Virginia City Presbyterian Church. This is the 155th edition, dated 1869. Original door key for the church, dated 1866. 7th edition, Old Bible, date unknown. Miscellaneous old newspaper clippings, church events, church photos. Dating 1950 on. Framed history of church. Vestibule area.
Photograph there. We do not know the date of it, but it is certainly when the church was at its prime. The bottom picture was taken in 1954, before the actual restoration program started. There are 3 newspapers here that came out of the Cornerstone in 1990, and they have to be 3 of the best preserved newspapers of that vintage in the whole state.
The dates on these newspapers
It's
are
October 1866, isn't it?
yes, October 23rd and October 24th, 1866.
'64 reed organ. Reed organs were very popular in the mid-1800s. This is the fancy double keyboard version, which indeed must have been quite expensive when they acquired it. The church had it, and before the actual sanctuary was built here, they moved it in through the wall and built the church around it, and it can't go out through the door, so it had to be restored inside the church here. It is still playable. Sounds great. Don't know the date of that, but it has to be quite old because it is using the wavy float glass instead of the rolled flat glass that we get today.
Is the parable of the lilies.
Stained glass windows were built in about 1975 in the 1970s, and because the original church did not have stained glass windows, and it was certainly not a problem because a large number of the windows were broken out when the church was setting idle right after World War II. It's obviously a Lutheran baptismal, judging by the cross. It was restored, and Howard spent a whole winter removing 3 layers of paint from it.
I have to get back quite a ways from this. Okay.
The large pipe organ was built in 1923. It was used at the Trinity Lutheran Church down in Gardnerville for a number of years. Then it was stored very neatly in boxes, and until Howard acquired it in 1975 and installed it up here, and it's been working ever since. I think it has 3 ranks, and I don't know the number of pipes all total. That was used by the congregation prior to even the building of the church. It was printed in 1857 and is the King James Version, which was about the only version back then. It was made from local soft Tahoe pine and is interesting from a historic point of view, but I'm not too sure what its present-day value might be. That actually is not the original pulpit or podium or lectern.
Any idea on the date?
No. 1880 sterling upright piano, complete with ivory keys, and it has been in the church all these years and still playable, and is frequently played with the pipe organ, although the pipe organ tends to drown it out. This is a 1914 reed organ, which operated by the foot pedal. The legs fold up. You could put this in the back of your buggy and take it out to an outlying mining camps. In recent years, they've actually put it on a flatbed truck and with the choir and during the Christmas parade. It actually became, having been built in 1914, it became the model that was used by the chaplains in World War I and probably still is commonly known as the chaplain's reed organ.
Brief review of the history of our pews.
Of which?
The history of the pews.
These are antique pews that were made for a church in San Francisco and have about the right proper vintage to have been in the church here, but they've only been installed relatively recently. And I don't know the cost, the total cost of installing these.
It was approximately $20,000 total.
So that's what it would take to replace them, if we could find them, a replacement.
Yeah, these were one of a kinds. This is the upstairs area in the fellowship hall. We have a widescreen TV, VCR with stereo, home speakers, small radio. I'm sure they use it for playing cassettes during their Thursday night group. Photos of the sanctuary from the upstairs area. Kitchen area in the back part of the church.
Closet.
Closet. There's also a church or organ loft back there. This is the inside of the closet that we have.
Inside of that, they may cancel their fire insurance.
The inside of the organ loft. This is the loft area above the sanctuary. Also, we have new pews up here. Stained glass window in the upper loft. What about the bell, Howard? Or Maynard?
I don't know the date of the bell. Here in Virginia City, have bells from the same year. It's not the original bell, but it is an antique bell.
Okay. Contents: a storage shed, the church's snowblower, lawnmower, edgers, simple lawnmower, minor items that are in storage, Christmas decorations. Okay, this is North Yard. Storage shed in North Yard. Building just north of the church. Fence on church property. Retaining wall. Back hillside. Retaining wall going back. Back of church. Back door to church. Winter fuel oil supply nozzle. Tank is buried directly beneath me. Front entrance to church, stairs. Up to the bell tower. View looking south of front of church to the bell tower. And into the north yard. View looking straight back, north yard. View looking straight back, south yard. Virginia City Jerky Company on left. View of front of church from across street. Bell and bell tower.